So when you're changing a fraction into a decimal, the first thing you want to do is you want to divide the numerator of the fraction by the denominator of the fraction. So over here we got 3/4. In order to convert this into a decimal, I'm going to divide my numerator by my denominator. So let's go ahead. 3, we're going to do it in long division form. So 3 divided by 4. And when you're dividing a smaller number by a larger number, it's always going to be a decimal. And of course, this here converts to a decimal. So what you need to do is you gotta have to add a decimal point to the number that's getting divided. And then I always put the decimal point above it as well, because you're gonna have the decimal in the exact same place in your answer. And what you're gonna do after that, you're just gonna add zeros to help you solve. So off the bat, 4 doesn't go into 3 any, but 4 does go into 30. So we're going to skip that, just pretend the decimal isn't there. And this is basically 30. So 4 goes into 30 7 times. 4 times 7 is 28. Then not subtract. And then I get 2. And I could solve this further since I have a remainder. I'm going to add another 0. Bring it down. Alright, 4 goes into 20 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract. And I get no remainder. So this is my answer. 75 hundredths or 0.75. Let's try another one. Let's go with 4 over 20. So when you have this, the first thing you can do, you can actually simplify or reduce this fraction, and you do that if the fractions have common factors, and you try to find the greatest common factor. So you're looking for the biggest number other than 1 that goes evenly into 4 and 20. And off the bat, I can see that number would be 4, and you just divide that number out. So 4 goes into 4 one time, and then 4 goes into 20 5 times. And all I did is I just simplified by fractions so it's easier to divide. You don't have to do this, but it makes it a lot easier to work with. Alright, now divide my numerator by my denominator. So 1 divided by 5. I'm going to add my decimal. I'm going to add my zeros. So 5 doesn't go into 1 any, so I go on into 10. How many times does 5 go into 10? Goes to the 10 twice. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract, and I get 0. And that's my answer is 2/10. Alright, let's go on. Let's try one more. Let's say I got 7 over 19. Alright. 7 over 19 doesn't have any common factors, so I can't simplify. So I'm going to go ahead and divide 7 divided by 19. Alright. Alright. I'm going to add my decimal, add my 0. And this, I'm just going to solve it to the hundredths place if it keeps running on. So, alright, let's go. How many times does 19 go into 7? 19 doesn't go into 7 at all. Let's see how many times 19 goes into 70. 19 goes into 70 3 times. 19 times 3 is 57. Let's subtract, get 13. And since I have a remainder, I'm going to add one more 0. Then I'm going to bring it down. What times is 19 go into 130? 19 goes into 130 6 times. 19 times 6 is going to give you 114. And we can go ahead and subtract to see what we get. And the answer is 16. Doesn't really matter because I'm not going to go any further. I'm only solving to the hundreds place. But if you wanted to solve further, all you have to do is just add another 0 and just bring it down and just keep on going. But 7 over 19 isn't perfect. I'll continue on for a lot more digits, so I'm going to go ahead and stop at the hundreds place. Hopefully this video was helpful. Thanks for watching.